Alright guys, I just finished Sonic Frontiers today. I want to give you my review. I am extremely disappointed. Man, what a disappointment. 5 years, I waited 5 years for this, man. What a disappointment. Anyways, let's get right to the review. Let's skip the controls and let's skip the graphics. They don't really matter. I want to get right into the gameplay loop and the open world. So I got to describe the gameplay first before I describe the open world to give you proper context. So the gameplay is this. You got to help your friend, either Amy, Tails, Knuckles, depends where you're at in the story. You help them progress through the story to help you get the Chaos Emeralds on each island. You get the Chaos Emeralds to finish the Titan off, which is the main boss of each island. That's the main gameplay loop of this game. You do that for 4 times each, alright, throughout the game. So let's go through one gameplay loop example. Okay, you find your friend. Now to move the story forward, you gotta find medals around the island. You can do various activities, usually platforming challenges that last 4 to 5 seconds. You just run around the island randomly and you collect these medals. You don't have to finish any objectives to get them. You just find them by looking around, exploring, grinding rails, jumping around, etc, alright? Nothing crazy. It's really bland. There's no challenge to it. It's not really fun. It's pretty mindless. There's no thought put into this process. So once you get enough of these medals, you go to the character, give them the medal, the story progresses, and then you just watch a cutscene, then you go to a portal to cyberspace. All right, now to unlock this portal, you gotta get a gear. Now you get a gear from beating up a mini boss around the island. These mini bosses are super easy. They're not hard, they're not difficult. Once again, they're pretty mindless. No thought was put into their design. Easy to beat. Once mindless, you get the gear from them. You go into cyberspace. Once you're into cyberspace, this is your typical Sonic level from Sonic Generation, Sonic Unleashed. But they're super short. They last 2 minutes tops, alright? And they recycle the same background and themes. They're not unique at all. Each level is not unique. They're repetitive in the way how they look. Not in the way they're designed, but the way how they look. Just like Breath of the Wild shrines, alright? It's very similar to that garbage game. You do this cyberspace level and you get a vault key. Once you get this vault key, you progress the story a little bit further by getting additional medals. Then you unlock the Chaos Emerald. You do this ad nauseum for the rest of the 6 Chaos Emeralds. The 7th Chaos Emerald, you get it from the boss. Alright? That's the gameplay loop. You do this 4 times for each of the islands there is. Then you beat the game. Alright? That's the game. There's nothing else to this game. Now let me talk about the open world. Yeah, it is open, but it's freaking barren with nothing to do in it. There's nothing interesting. There are a lot of activities, but these activities, once again, mindless, mundane, bland. I'll describe one to you. One challenge is you jump up into the air and you skydive through a bunch of square rings. It unlocks a portion of the map. I mean, not so you can see the map, not unlock places you can go. You just get visibility on the map you can view, and it gives you a power seed or a defense seed. That's it. Another activity is step puzzles. You have to do a puzzle. You walk Sonic through it. Make sure you finish it to the end. Very bland. Another puzzle. Basically is jump rope. Make sure Sonic doesn't trip on the laser jump rope. And there's activities just like this. They're very bland, boring. They're bite-sized. They don't last long. You don't really think about it. It's so mindless. You just run around the open world. That's it. There's nothing else to do, guys. Nothing. There's no interesting cities, interesting caves to explore, actual meaningful side quests you can do. No, nothing like that. Dungeons, no exciting boss fights, no. Even the Titan boss fights, if you ask me, weren't that impressive to me. I didn't like them. They're pretty damn easy. They don't really require much thought. It's just if I could just describe the game, very bland, mindless, thoughtless, not well designed. You just run around doing random things. Maybe if you smoke weed and you just want to do something to occupy your brain, maybe this game could do it while your brain runs from thought to thought and you just play this game. Yeah. This game would check the box for you. But for people like me, who like to think, who like to be engaged, who like to be actively involved with the game, No, this game will not do it for you. No, what a disappointment. I don't know why so many game companies are copying Breath of the Wild. Not every game needs to be open world. Halo failed at being open world. Sonic fails at being open world. Assassin's Creed fails at being open world. Not every game just needs to be a bland, huge map with nothing in it except bland activities to do. This is how I summarize the game. I waited 5 years for this. I'm so disappointed. I think Sonic Forces was better. So at least Sonic Forces gave you unique levels. They were short levels, but they gave you go through them. They were fun to play through. They were short, but at least it had a better story too. Hell, Sonic 06 is better than this game. I like Sonic 06. This game is trash. This is the worst Sonic game I've played. The story was the final boss. I'll tell you right now, guys. I don't want to spoil it, but it's not worth it. The final boss was a pushover. It was over in like 2 minutes. I don't know what to say. What is the game industry doing? Sonic Team, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. I paid $60 for this. I'm going to go sell this right now on eBay. I'm not letting this turd stain my library. What a turd, man. 4 out of 10. I'm speechless. I don't know where games are going. This is why I hate Breath of the Wild. It's changing the games industry for the worse. Not every game needs to be open world. Oh my gosh. And that to an empty open world that's barren with no music, no good, great, fun activities to do, no meaningful story or side content, nothing like that. I don't know why so many people are copying this garbage of a game known as Breath of the Wild. It's you fanboys. I blame you fanboys for praising the wazoo of Breath of the Wild. It's affecting the entire game industry, man, with all these garbage-ass games, man. I'm so disappointed. This Sonic Frontiers, I give it a 4 out of 10, man. 4 out of 10. I'm out.